Have you ever looked at a massive skyscraper and wondered what its most important part is? It's not the incredible view from the top or the fancy lobby. Nope. It's something you'll probably never see, something buried deep, deep in the ground. And today, we're going to dig right into the world of excavation.
So let me ask you a question. When you imagine building, well, anything big, what's the very first thing you have to do? Before the steel beams, before the concrete, what's step one?
You guessed it, excavation. It's basically the process of digging the ground to get ready for the building's foundation. And you know, the source material for this explainer gives us the perfect way to think about it. It's like digging a hole before you plant a tree. You've got to get that groundwork just right if you want anything to grow strong and stand tall.
But here's the thing. Just digging a big hole isn't as simple as it sounds. A lot can go wrong. And that's why, before a single shovel hits the dirt, we have to talk about safety. Because on a construction site, safety isn't just a rule, it's the real foundation.
It really all boils down to this one simple, non-negotiable truth. In a world full of heavy machinery and deep trenches, nothing, and I mean nothing, is more important than making sure every single person on that site gets to go home safe at the end of the day. Safety procedures aren't just suggestions. They are rule number one, period.
And look, this isn't just some vague idea. Our source document actually lays out some very clear, very specific guidelines. These rules have one goal, and one goal only: to stop accidents before they happen and protect the people doing this incredibly important work.
And the rules themselves? They're pretty straightforward, but every single one is absolutely critical. First up, wear your safety gear. We're talking steel-toed boots, hard hats. This is your personal armor on the job site. Second, and this is a big one, do not stand near the edge of a trench. That ground can be way more unstable than it looks, and a collapse can happen in an instant. And finally, use all your tools and machines carefully. That means being trained, paying attention, and never, ever taking shortcuts. It's these simple rules that save lives. Okay, so once we have safety locked down as our number one priority, we can get to the actual work. So, how's it done? Well, let's break this whole process down into 4 clear, simple steps for digging that perfect hole. And this is a great way to remember the whole process. The source gives us a really handy memory aid, DMSR. That's digging, measuring, supporting, and removing. Let's walk through each one. First up, D for digging. Now, this seems obvious, right? You make a hole. But the key phrase right here is to the correct and recommended depth. This isn't just about moving dirt, it's about precision. So why all the fuss about the exact depth? Well, check this out. If you dig too shallow, the foundation won't be stable. You could end up with a weak, unsafe building. But on the flip side, if you dig too deep, you're just wasting a ton of time, effort, and money for no reason. It's got to be just right. And that, of course, leads us right into our second step, M for measuring. How do you know if your depth is just right? Well, you measure it. This is the all-important quality control step. It's how you double-check that the digging was done with total precision. And the tools for this? You know, they're surprisingly simple but super effective. You don't always need some high-tech laser system. A lot of the time, a good old-fashioned measuring cape or a special measuring rod, which is basically a long marked stick, is all you need to get the job done right. All right, next up is S for supporting. So you've dug this deep trench, you've created a new problem, the walls themselves could cave in. Supporting is the absolutely critical process of making sure those walls stay put. So how do they do it? Often, they'll use heavy wooden boards to shore up the sides, and this is so important because different types of soil are unpredictable. Now, this does 2 things. First, it prevents the trench from collapsing and ruining all that careful digging. But way, way more important than that, it protects any workers who might be down inside that trench. This step is literally a lifesaver. And that brings us to our final step, R for removing. You've dug a massive hole, and now you have a massive pile of dirt right next to it. The last piece of the puzzle is getting all that soil moved out of the way. Using things as simple as wheelbarrows, that soil gets hauled away. And this isn't just about keeping the site looking neat and tidy. A clean work site is a safe and efficient work site. Getting that dirt pile out of there, make sure it doesn't become an obstacle, so other crews and machines can move around and do their jobs. So there you have it, our 4 steps: digging, measuring, supporting, and removing, DMSR. So let's just zoom out for a second.
Why does all of this hidden underground work that gets buried and never seen again, why does it matter so much? Well, our source material really says it best. Getting the excavation right isn't just about digging a hole, it's about creating a strong, safe, stable foundation that everything else, literally everything, is going to be built on top of. Every floor, every wall, every single window depends on this first step being done perfectly. So the next time you're in a tall building, maybe looking out over the city, just take a second to think about what's holding you up. It's more than just steel and glass. It's the skill, the precision, and the hard work of the people who dug the perfect hole that it all stands on. And that's pretty amazing when you think about it.